pirates love more than drinking grog, talking parrots, and illegally downloading movies? The answer may not surprise you. It's gold. And in Sea of Thieves, that's like the whole goal. Loving gold, earning gold, licking gold. We love gold. But how much gold could you gather in 1 hour? That was the question I wanted to answer in this video. The economy in Sea of Thieves has been pretty cooked for a while now. There's plenty of items that have an insane amount of value, even if they are incredibly easy to obtain. And when gold is like the only goal in Sea of Thieves past cosmetics and reputation, it can get a little stale. Exactly why I wanted to set our goal high. Prove how easy it really is. In 1 hour, could we make 1 million gold? Despite me just ranting about how easy it is to collect gold, this would actually be quite challenging, as we would start our 1 hour timer from the tavern with a fresh ship, and we'd have to have sold all our treasure within the same hour for it to count. We of course couldn't use any exploits to reach our goal, nor were we going to be using any of the major gold multipliers like Gold and Glory or Community Day, as frankly, that would make this extremely easy. What we would be using, of course, is the emissary system, and we'd try to make use of the daily golden hour buff, even though we kind of didn't want to. You'll see what I mean later on in the video. So we had our goal, but we still needed a plan. I did some high impact golden research, which didn't help at all. But then I ended up checking out my friend UK's channel, as he'd done a number of Pirate Legends speedrun videos. In such videos, him and his friends would start on a galleon and then split up, sending crewmates on their own rowboat quests for loot and then meeting back up to sell, which could just be the key to success in our own challenge. So I came up with a rough, untested plan and grabbed my friends Logic, Korn, and Qlob to see if we could gather $1 million gold worth of treasure in 1 hour. Welcome to Plunder Outpost. Home to this guy, and this guy, and was to be the starting location for our run, as it was nice and close to this skeleton camp, this sea fortress, and most importantly, the Fort of the Damned. Every chest in Sea of Thieves the Galleon was to be our ship for this run, as it's kind of become tradition, and we had prepped it with a harpoon rowboat, a key part of our plan. What the fuck was the plan, I hear you ask? Well, it's my plan. Mine. You can't have it. Starting our 1 hour timer, we would immediately head over and vote up Reaper's Emissary. If we can level this up to grade 5, we will receive a 2.5 bonus multiplier to any gold we make while the flag remains up. I would then grab the harpoon rowboat docked on the back and head down to the Lookout Point skeleton camp and grab myself one of these orbs of secrets, worth 20,000 gold base value. Yummy. While I did so, the boys would head just off the coast of Crook's Hollow and start rolling Skull of Destiny voyages. They would need 3 to show up at Crook's Hollow to try and complete 3 Fort of the Dams within the hour. They would also need another rowboat to spawn at Crook's Hollow for this run to be successful. So that was our first steps within the hour. It was time to give this a go.
But I think I'm forgetting something. Oh, that's right.
World of Warships! This video is sponsored by World of Warships. Do you like the World War and ships? Well, you're in luck, as World of Warships is packed with it all. You can command an insane amount of ships, whether that be an aircraft carrier, battleships, cruisers, and for those sneaky plays, a nimble destroyer. Not enough for you? Good! Because I haven't even scratched the surface of what this game has to offer. Over 40 maps, 20 ports, 10 of which are historically accurate harbors, unique weather events, historically accurate warships, not historically accurate warships, and a multitude of naval commanders, many of which are of course historically accurate, and some who aren't. And the best part of it all, it comes to the lowest possible price imaginable, $0. That's right, it's completely free. You can't possibly get any better than this, right? Wrong, you moron! Using my link below or invite code BRAVO, you'll receive 7 days premium pass, 1.5 million credits, 500 doubloons, and a free choice of either the USS Phoenix, the Japanese cruiser Kuma, the French battleship Corbat, and the Italian battleship Dante Alighieri, or the HMS Wakeful after 15 battles. This game is huge. The seas call to us, brother.
Even if you're only a humble console player, you'll still have access to this brilliant game, as it's available on Xbox and PlayStation 2. Check out World of Warships today, and thank you, World of Warships, for sponsoring this video. Back to the challenge.
So, with the boys ready, all I needed to do was start the timer, and we were off. Are we all ready?
No.
I'm ready for this adventure. Let's go.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Come back. Everyone
Why?
come back. No, my split didn't start. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. It's working. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. You're going for Captain Top Scorn?
Yep, I got it.
We're 8 seconds in. We burn 8 seconds. We fucking suck. For the keen-eyed viewer, you may have noticed we'd forgotten something in the first 10 seconds of our run. Something we didn't notice until it was much too late. Can you guess what it is? Is it A, every crate 2025? B, those poor forgotten sailors? C, 119 bananas? Or D, the fucking Reaper's flag? Have you locked in your answer?
Are we supposed to put up Reaper?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, restart.
That's right, we forgot the flag. Third time's the charm, right? The timer was working, and we didn't forget the flag. God, we're good. As was the plan, I power rode over to Lookout Point, arriving at the 3-minute mark, while the boys began voting and cancelling the Skull of Destiny voyages to try and manipulate it to spawn a Crook's Hollow. As they locked in their first Skull of Destiny, I completed the puzzle element of my first skeleton camp. Then, all I had to do was massacre a couple skellies, completing the camp at just shy of the 8-minute mark. My next target on my little rowboat was just south of my position and just south of Booty Isle, Old Brimstone Fortress. Weirdly enough, this was actually the riskiest part of my portion of the run, as if you die at a skeleton camp, you just respawn down there. But if you die at a sea fortress, you'll respawn on your ship, which would essentially butcher this run, as it would be too much time to go and collect my loot with the galley. And I cannot stress this enough, but every second counts in this challenge. So much as the wind blowing the wrong way could make us fail. Anyway, the lads had gathered their 3 Skulls of Destiny, so Logic and Kulop headed over to the Fort of the Damned. Horn, however, was ready to start his own rowboat adventure. Heading over to Barnacle Cay Skeleton Camp first, then up to Shiver Retreat Skeleton Camp, and then back to Barnacle Cay to secure another 3 Eyes of Ender. I mean, soul balls, or whatever they're called. Also, I didn't really explain this, but the Skull of Destinies that the boys were busy securing in the first 10 minutes are essentially the key to summoning the only spawned world event in the game, the Fort of the Damned. Back in the old days, you'd need to have gathered a ritual skull from various possible sources, and then individually gather all 6 lantern colors to begin the Fort of the Damned. Obviously, this takes a lot longer than, well, hence why we were using them. Not only can the Skull of Destiny be used as the ritual skull itself, but it can also hold all 6 lantern colors within it, making it another key part of our million gold plan. So, Gorm was at Barnacle, the lads had begun their first Fort of the Damned, and I was busy clearing a sea fort. So far, we were making decent time. But like I said before, every second had to count for this run to work. And in Sea of Thieves, things are just bound to go wrong. I'd now loaded up my Sea Fort loot and had returned back to the same skeleton camp I'd already completed, because these take around 15 minutes to respawn. And would you look at that, just as I arrived. Very yippee. And at the 25-minute mark, Logic and Kulop had completed their first Fort of the Damned. We were making some really decent time now. That million gold in 1 hour was currently still on the table. As I finished up my second skeleton camp, we had just hit the halfway mark. 30 minutes. Fort of the Damned crew had begun their second fort, and Korn was at Shiver Retreat well into his second camp. This was the end of my own rowboat adventures, as it was time for me to meet up with the Fort of the Damned boys and help them finish the rest of the fort. I needed to arrive around the 40-minute mark to be on time, so I rode my little arms off. But something interesting caught my eye on the way over. A sloop parked at a very problematic position. You see, this part of Crook's Hollow is tall enough to hide a ship behind. Crooks is also right next to our Fort of the Damned operation. This spot has been used so much over the years for sneak plays on unsuspecting Fort of the Damners that you can pretty much assume that their intentions are to steal your precious treasure. And that was exactly my assumption. So, as I arrived at the Fort of the Damned, and the lads finished their second fort, I did some investigating. Maybe I was overthinking. I couldn't find anyone on the ship. Maybe that sloop at Crook's Hollow were just doing a silly tall tale or something. But then...
Our ship's on fire.
Oh, fuck.
He's...
Yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah.
Deal with that. I'll deal
Yeah,
with it.
I'll do it.
I'll go deal with it.
Oh, these guys are clearly... He's dead.
He's just sitting here blocking.
Is he dead? Oh, no, he's...
You got him?
Yeah, can you? No, he's alive.
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Or is it... Did I kill the shark?
Oh,
Oh,
you killed the
I killed the
shark.
shark. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. There you go.
Okay.
Luckily, these guys were a little silly. But now that we'd halted their sneak attack, they were bound to bring their ship over and waste more of our precious time. Luckily, Corn was now also on his way to the fort. But with 14 minutes left of our challenge, as predicted,
Yeah, they're fucking here. God damn it.
unfortunately for you, the viewer, nobody who was fighting these guys was recording. So you just have to imagine an epic battle.
I just fucking died.
Luckily, I respawned right next to this dude and pretended like I did all the work. Thankfully, Qlop and Logic handled these guys in record time. But now we had less than 10 minutes with a fort still to complete and a sail to Reaper's hideout to accomplish. The clock was truly ticking now. With 7 minutes left, our final fort was complete. We unloaded the vault as quickly as possible and headed to Reaper's, with all our loot stacked on our Harpoon rowboat. Our strategy for selling was to grapple our Harpoon rowboat full of treasure right next to the Reaper's sell point, which would be the fastest possible way to sell our loot. 4 minutes left, and no wind. But that was the least of our worries, as not only were our sloop friends waiting at Reaper's for us, but another sloop was waiting there too.
Border.
There's someone out, yeah. I make.
This is about to turn into a TDM.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I got
we
last
get
one.
Dagger Tooth spawn in.
Other sloops moving behind us.
Yeah, I heard.
Gotcha.
Here you go,
I
you.
killed him. No back
Yeah.
spawn.
I know.
They're
Right
coming
side,
in. We
they're
got
full sailing.
easy shots here.
Hit one chain.
Oh,
There we
two
go.
just got
Two
bored.
chains, that
I'll
shot.
res.
Eye on the fort,
Yeah.
on the Reaper.
Just to be
Sadly, with the small amount of PvP that occurred, this had set us back over the full hour, failing this run. We arrived at Reaper's 3 minutes after the hour. But regardless, we were going to sell anyway. I was on a fresh account, so I'd be able to see the exact amount of gold we make easily. If we hit 1 million gold with this batch of treasure, we'd know that this run is possible. And all we'd need to do is shave off 3 minutes by essentially avoiding any PvP. 1,336,061 gold from just 1 hour's strategically planned work. But there is something I haven't mentioned to you, dear viewer. We had sold by accident in Gold Rush Hour, which gives a 1.5 times bonus to all gold made. Meaning, without this bonus, we'd actually only had made 890,000 gold, 110k short of our goal. So the amount of loot was only enough with a little help from an old friend. And if we were able to use this help again and get lucky by avoiding any PvP while doing a PvP based world event with a PvP flag on a PvP game, we'd pull this off. So I hit the hay and dreamed if we could truly complete this challenge on day 2. Now, it was day 2, and it was time to complete the entire run again. But you've already seen how this run works, and I've already explained the basics. So, to stop that TikTok brain of yours getting too bored, and to stop me from repeating myself, let's turn up the speed on this run. Dawn had work today, so we got our friend Basilisk to jump in and complete his portion of the run. The run began smoothly, unlike yesterday's early attempts, and I had completed Scaler Camp number 1 in 9 minutes, with the boys gathering all their skulls at the same time and Basilisk breaking away on his rowboat adventures. With him completing his first Scaler Camp at the 17-minute mark, around the exact same time I was finishing up my Sea Fort, I almost died at the 24-minute mark because I'm a bit of a silly guy, and the lads completed their first Fort of the Dam at pretty much the same time. Meanwhile, Bass had arrived at the second Scaler Camp, and 5 minutes later, I had my second camp completed, and so did Basilisk. But when he was coming up, he was jump scared by a sloop, who somehow didn't even see him and his rowboat full of balls. I max sped rode across the map, arriving just before the 40-minute mark to help unload the second fort's worth of loot, and Bass completed his third and final camp at 44 minutes, as myself, Logic, and Kulop swept through the final waves of the Fort of the Dam, dying to a hidden keg and completing it just a few seconds before the 50-minute mark, and at the exact same time, Basilisk was pulling up with his rowboat full of balls. We were currently on schedule. We loaded up the rowboat with 7 minutes within the hour remaining, with so far no PvP. As long as there was no hiccups, we might just have this in the bag.
Who's good at harpooning a rowboat on land? I'll do it.
You do it.
Yeah.
All right, you on?
No prompts.
I crashed! Oh. I loaded back in to find out 2 things. 1, the boys had spotted a sloop potentially dropping off some ambushes at our cell location, and 2, we once again had no wind.
Gonna have to cut left. Oh no. Fuck, this is gonna be close.
And just like the boys suspected,
There's a man, there's someone out.
fuck,
Throw blinders around?
Oh wow, I wonder why there's a barrel here.
No way.
Blood is not slick.
He's dead.
Bring a rowboat
go.
in. We have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
rowboat harpoon was painfully slow. But with less than 1 minute left, we spam sold.
Oh, I'm fucking lagging. 30 seconds.
So many littles. I think we get it. Yeah.
That's everything. That's
Done.
everything. Done.
59 minutes. 36 seconds. 1,300,000, baby. Let's go. Woohoo. Oh my God.
With 24 seconds remaining, that is how you can earn 1 million gold in 1 hour. Once again, make sure to go check out World of Warships using the link in description or the pinned comment below. And thanks again, World of Warships, for sponsoring this video.